All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Peak. I am here today with Rakaya. Is that your last name in your Instagram at?
It's my middle name.
How do you say it?
Array.
Rakaya Array.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. That's nice. She is
Thank
an
you.
amazing artist. What would you categorize yourself as? Like genre
Um,
wise?
a pop star.
A pop star?
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking because I'm looking it up, listening to the music, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, there's some EDM influence in there, but ultimately, like the lyrics and the vibe, they feel more popish. And so I feel like that's definitely a good way to describe it, pop star. And I'm looking up, helpful questions to ask an EDM artist, and I'm like, nah. And I had to add pop. I had to add different things in there and make it more relatable. And so we got some good questions today for such an amazing artist. I've listened to some of your work. I've engineered some of your work as well, and that's been super fun. And so, what that song that we made when you were here? Do you remember the name of it?
CTV.
CTV. That was such a good name. I remember when you came up with it, we were like, "Oh shit, that shit going." And did it stand for? It stood for something, right?
um, Something about catching the vibe.
Catching the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, man, it's just like the CTV footage from CBS and shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so that song, are you looking to release that song still?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna release that song soon. I
Yeah,
don't
if you
know
ever need
when,
mixing.
but definitely.
Jada, what up? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, we can definitely do some mixing and mastering on that one. So I just had to set up everything and get it right. There's
No, you're
certain things
good.
that apparently just pop off. And so we're looking into Ray as an artist today. I really want to sit down, and we've interviewed so many people on The Peak, and might be our ninth episode so far. We've had directors, we've had a bunch of artists, we've had music reviewers, and so just trying to get on all the spectrums, especially of entertainment, at least the things that I care about. And I
Mhm.
do really, really, really love pop. And I do really, really, really
Mhm.
love EDM and vocalists. And I feel
Thank
like you
you.
fit in those boxes.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to what got you into like just singing on beats, like when was the first time you're like, oh man, I really like this?
So like the first time I recorded a song, it was cool. That song is actually called Cloudy Head.
Mm.
And that was like one of the first songs I actually like wrote before. And I just found the beat on YouTube and I hit up one of my friends and they were like, "Oh, well, you can come to the studio. I'm recording right now." And I was like, "Okay." And so I did that and it was cool. I was like really, really nervous and I had no idea about recording at all. And so yeah, that was cool. And he actually is the same person who produced Dance for me, and engineered it. I was at his studio for that. Supreme Sound, shout out there. And then the second time I was in like a studio, this one was like more of a professional studio because the first one was like at home thing, which can still be professional, but it was still like at home. And so the second song I made is called Honeybee and it's actually on SoundCloud.
I love SoundCloud.
And it's basically like a pop EDM type song. I don't think I've played that one for you
You
before.
said it's called Honeybee.
Yeah.
We're gonna go look it up on
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud.
And so, how can they find you on SoundCloud? What do they have to type in?
Um, I'm pretty sure it's like Call Me Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's Call Me Ray, or either Rakaya or Ray. Well, I don't know. Probably, I think it's just Rakaya with like a sun star on there, and like ATO is where I'm from and where I'm located, so that's like in my bio and stuff. But I haven't really kept up with my SoundCloud since I dropped Dance. I've been thinking about like all my other stuff, but I do have a good amount of music on SoundCloud, maybe like 8 or 9 songs.
Right.
Yeah, which is dope.
That's dope. And so let's get right into it. You're from here. You do this EDM pop star vocalist extraordinaire thing in the city, and you've performed a couple times. Is that right?
Yeah, I've performed a few times. The first time I actually performed, it was at R Bar
Oh
in
wow.
on Edgewood.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
Arvar.
it was cool. I performed my song Honeybee, and I performed this other song called Enough, I think. Maybe. Or maybe it was just Honeybee at the time. Who knows? But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Shout out to O De Niro for making that happen. He's a really good person out here in Atlanta. He does a lot of things. He has like his own like Ocella Fest where that he does for his birthday. It's really cool, and that's how I kind of met him and performed at our bar.
An Ocella Fest.
Yeah.
What's Ocella? What does that mean?
So O is O De Niro,
Mm,
and he makes music. He has like different venue spaces, a studio. Yeah, he got a bunch of stuff going on, and so every year he kind of like hosts this festival type vibe. So we'll be at our bar on this day and have people performing, or we'll be at another place on this day, like maybe somewhere on the Beltline. I think this year they did like Sweet Auburn Market. It was one of the days that he was
banger
a part
place.
of it.
Yeah.
He had a stage set there. But just different things. There's sometimes like a fashion show, like it's all types of stuff with Coachella Week, like all types.
And that's O De Niro that puts that on.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. I gotta do my research in the city. That's why I said let's get into it because something told me you've been out here. You got the connects.
Yeah,
I
for
came.
sure.
You invited me to. I don't even remember or want to say the place or care to tell them exactly where. But we went to a bar and I get there and you're chilling. I'm looking like as if we're gonna get there and we're both gonna be like this is our first time here. But like it's my first time and you're just vibing and I'm like yo, she been here before. She know exactly where she at. She chilling. And so I haven't really gotten out in the city in that aspect, especially not to perform. And so I think that's something that's really, really cool. Do you feel like there's a big scene for pop stars in Atlanta right now, or is it more rap?
Um, I don't know. People will really fuck with whatever you got going on. Oh, can I cuss on this?
Yeah, you can cuss.
Oh yeah, they're. I
We're only
mean,
censoring the chat right now. They actually tried to post your SoundCloud link, but links aren't allowed. But thanks, Origin. We
oh,
appreciate you.
I appreciate
Can you
y'all.
type the
That's what's
name
up.
instead? Just type her name, exactly what you
Yeah,
typed
just
in to get
type
there.
in, yeah.
Yeah, TT, love, love, love. Welcome,
Yeah, for
welcome.
sure. I appreciate that. But yeah, I do have a lot of songs on SoundCloud, which is like, I never really promoted that. But the question that we were talking about before we even got to that was, is there a market for pop stars in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Probably. There's a market for everything in Atlanta. Like, it's Atlanta. If you're black, you got it going on. Like, that's honestly, honestly, yeah. I mean, and it's not harder for white people either. Like, if you're a white person, you got it going on or whatever. Like, as long as you got hustle and like drive, you can really do whatever you want in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
I don't know about anywhere
Don't know
else.
about other places though,
Yeah.
but down here we definitely got it. And I feel like, people like you who, it's just pop stars in general. You guys just kind of like do your own thing and blaze your own path and, this is my style, et cetera, et cetera. And they've got your name up there right now.
Yep, that's what
Thank
my
you so much,
little
Origin. I
swag.
appreciate you. Love, love, love. And so, who are some of your biggest influences when it comes to being such a trailblazer?
Um, in terms of like music.
Really, anywhere, but music would be great. But if you find more inspiration, Fredwood Douglass, that's cool too.
I guess like musically, one of my like big inspirations you could say is like Mac Miller, just because he did so much in like such a short amount of time. I can't even say a short amount of time, but maybe like 10 years, honestly, because I feel like he started making music for real, like job on his first albums or projects when he was maybe like 16. And then, he passed away probably like 26. So like 10 years, he did a lot to be so young. And I was just all just believing in himself, like really just saying like, yeah, I'm a rapper, and just like
Yeah.
going and doing that, not letting anybody say like, oh, you suck, stop him, because some fucking assholes gave him like a number 1 for Blue Slide Park, which is bad. Like not a good one, but like a bad one. Or maybe it was
Yeah.
a 10, something bad. It was just like
Right.
one of the worst. They said it was the worst album ever. This, that, and the third. That album, I love that album so much.
Yeah, I thought it
And
was Side Park.
yeah, like that shit is crazy. I was like, I can't believe they were hating so bad when somebody was just so cool. Like, it just seemed like that was just crazy to me. And so I was like, and another thing about his music too just makes me feel like a kid, like just very happy. Like it's not like just about twerking or popping bottles or smoking or doing drugs. And a lot of it is about that, but it's about life and it's
Yeah.
very well rounded, his music. It's not just, oh, we're having a good time. It's also like, damn, I'm depressed as fuck today, but it's gonna be okay, like, you know? So yeah, he has a very good discography and a lot of people don't appreciate him like they should.
Yeah, I like personally, I like some of his earlier stuff more than the later stuff. But like you said, it's kind of like a evolution. We're not always just happy. You know what I mean? And so the later albums, I can't remember the exact name of it. I don't want to get it wrong, but it's the one where he's sitting down in front of the white cover and he's in front of the airplane, well, probably like an airplane window, and the cover is white. And he's just sitting down with his legs out. Um,
Yeah,
One of the more recent albums,
swimming.
yeah, swimming pools, I think, or swimming definitely was the name of it. I was gonna say swimming pools. I think it was Kendrick Lamar's song.
Well, I think no, yeah, no, swimming pools is Kendrick
Yeah, I
Lamar's
think it
song.
is swimming though, just swimming,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that album. I was working at Chick-fil-A at the time that album came out, and it was one of those albums where into the night we're all cleaning up. I'm not gonna play it, but one of my lady coworkers would be playing that album on the speaker. You know what I'm saying? While we're all
Mhm.
cleaning up type. And some of those songs really were really really good. And they're a little bit um, I would say encapsulated in a vibe that isn't like some of his other albums,
Mhm.
but there's some good flows in there. There's some really good, even some good rapping in there too.
Mhm.
More on the R&B side, but no, I really, really enjoy all of his work as a whole, and I feel like it's so important to evolve as an artist. You only got a couple songs out on major platforms. You got a lot more songs out on SoundCloud as well. If you combine them, it's a nice discography so far. And so, how do you feel like evolution plays a part in your discography?
Um, I don't know, like my songs on SoundCloud, they're more of like a chill, like lo-fi type vibe, whereas like dance is more like upbeat. But I feel like S2B kind of captures a little bit of like what is like on my SoundCloud. Like it's gonna be music like that. That's a little bit like more, I wouldn't say meaningful because dance is meaningful. Like you always, just want to dance and stuff and like have a good time. But there's just like more songs in there that, I guess you could say a little bit more emotional, or just that are about something other than just having fun. Like just a little bit deeper, but not like you're gonna cry.
Right.
But definitely like a little bit like like a little deep, but yeah. And so I guess evolution plays a part in that because when I was making those songs, like I wasn't going to like raves like that or like partying like that. I didn't really, I was, but like I wasn't trying to make music that I wanted to hear in a rave. I was just trying to make music that I wanted to hear. But
Right.
when I came out with like dance and when I thought about like pop music and the way that I wanted to make it, I was like, that time in like 2010 when like Usher and like Rihanna and Katy Perry and Lady Gaga, like all of that like hyper pop EDM music, like I love listening to that when I was a kid. Like Maroon 5, like put that on, like I'm gonna get up and dance and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And so like that's the kind of music that I want to make, where people can have a good time and not really forget about life, but like not think about life in such a hard way. Like sometimes it can't just be simple as, okay, you know what, let me get up and dance, just move my body, and maybe the problem won't be as, like, I won't think about it as negatively as I just would.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of artists they kind of have that juggling between, okay, I'm a pop star, okay, I don't feel poppy right now, I feel kind of sad. And
Hmm.
so, what do you feel is more important when it comes to the music that you're releasing? You feel it's more important to just convey what you're feeling at the time, or for you to convey an image as an artist?
Well, dance is like a pop fun song, which I like, and then the S2B, like that's more of like a motivational song. I feel like kind of like an affirmational song, which is also another way I describe like those songs on SoundCloud. Like with S2B, it's like about mm, like forgetting who I used to be. Like I'm becoming somebody else, and it's like everybody has to move on from that. Like I'm not gonna be the same person I always was. I'm always changing and evolving and becoming better. And so like that's really what STB is about. Like that's what STB stands for. Like supposed to be. Like I'm done being who everybody thought I was supposed to be, and I'm just doing this all for me. Like forget what anybody thought. Forget what they think. I don't care because right now I'm just living my life for me and figuring out more of my purpose and trying to fulfill my destiny as I understand it.
No, I feel like that's something that if you put that into music, that's what makes good music,
Yeah.
And so I feel like as long as you follow that, everything will be just fine. When you get into the studio, what is your creative process like? Well, how do you make a song?
Typically like I'll have stuff written. I have like a book that like I write songs in. I have multiple actually. I have a bunch of them, and they're not full or anything. I just have multiple ones, which is like kind of crazy. Like I just have some that like I'll just write in, and like I won't write it anymore. Then I'll go get another one, and I'll write in that one. And like none of them are actually like completely like full, like front to back. There's no space left in them, but I do that. I've kind of switched over to my phone a little bit because it's easier when I'm actually in the studio than
Definitely.
being on paper, especially like if I can't see in the booth, because that's the thing. There don't be a lot of lights in there sometimes. So, yeah, using the phone is a lot better for those purposes. But I do like the feeling of just putting pen to paper and like writing out what's coming to my head while listening to this beat. And sometimes I'm not even writing fast enough and I forget what I just said, so that's like a whole thing, which is why it's sometimes easier to like write the song in the studio because of that. But at the same time I would rather like write it before I go, because then I can be like, I hear this beat, I'm like, oh my god, I just wrote these lyrics that would sound great on this. And so that's kind of like how I pair my stuff up like that.
Yeah, I always try to write before I go to the studio if I'm going to a studio. When I'm at the crib, I might do a lot of freestyling. I might just do a lot of off the cuff stuff. But for some reason, when I go out to the studio, I like to be prepared. Even though I feel like I can get in there and probably drop a banger, just like you,
Hmm?
but or like Lil Wayne.
Right,
He's really good at
literally
that.
like Lil Wayne. Same
He's
thing.
good at that. And so, speaking of Lil Wayne, what is your dream collaboration? Is it Maroon 5?
Nah. My dream collaboration would be if they let me hop on one of a Mac Miller song or something. You know what I mean? Or let me even like remix one or something
Right.
like that. That would be cool.
If the
Or
estate hit
maybe
you.
like yeah, it'd be a state.
Hmm.
Or even maybe like Kesha. I love Kesha so much. Or like not Katy Perry. I used to like her, but she's kind of very controversial right now with the things
Mm.
she's been doing in life. But Kesha, I would love to collab with her. She is the OG party girl god. I remember watching her show on MTV when I was a kid. And I was like, that's awesome. Like, how can I do this? Like, I was like, I wanted a Trans Am at like fucking 10 just because Kesha had a gold one. And I was like, I love that car. And Escalades too. I was like, that is amazing. Like, please get me one
The Escalades are
ASAP.
definitely amazing.
That, yeah, I was
Escalades are
like,
actually amazing.
give me one immediately, like, and so I really like that type of music growing up, and I feel like she would really fit my vibe now. I would love to get Young Nudie on a feature or like 21 Savage because I am from the six. I do have another song where I'm rapping, and that's called From the Six, and so that would be cool. Any of those collaborations, like Future, like all of those type of people, like from where I'm at, like Six Slack, Black, whatever y'all want to call him. It's Slack to me. I don't know about y'all, but I call him Slack. Other people was calling him Six Slack the other day, but I was like, I just call him Slack. Like, I don't know. That's not a B, it's a six. And so,
I feel like as long as we're listening, that's all that matters. As long as you're playing the
yeah,
music and
it's
loving the
so good.
character.
Right. So, yeah, I like his stuff too.
He's
Summer
great.
Walker is great.
She is.
She can sing for real, for real.
How do you feel about SZA?
I like SZA too.
Hmm.
She's really good. Yeah, I mean, I listen to SZA, but I'm not like the biggest SZA person,
Do you
but
know who
I do
that
like her
is?
music.
Chat says Bebe Rexa. You know who that is? Is that a real person origin, or you just?
Baby Rexa, no, that's an artist. I've heard of
Oh
her, but
yeah.
I don't think I actually like listen to her.
Mm.
Yeah, My music taste is very like I listen to a lot of like old school stuff too. Not even old school, but like 90s. I like Lauryn Hill, Erica, a little bit of India Irie, stuff like that.
So
Music
did you
with
hear that stuff like
soul.
growing up, or you like started listening to it on your
No,
own?
listen to regular music growing up. Like, well,
What
every
is
now and then.
regularly?
Like my mom is not a music person. Like she's
Oh,
not
okay, so
she's
she's
not
just
the
playing the
mom
radio.
that's like, yeah, she's just playing the radio. She wasn't like the mom that's turning on music in the Sunday and she's cleaning up and cooking. Like no, that was not my mom. But yeah, so we just listen to a lot of radio stuff. So once I was able to like choose my own stations, I was listening to a lot of Disney radio because I love Disney Channel. Like I'm a huge Disney kid. Like I love Disney growing up. So I listened to Disney radio and we listened to like 96.1, obviously V103. I mean that was a must. 107.9, like just all the radio stations. So like I was just listening to like a lot of like really popular music then. And then like when I first really got like my own music taste, maybe in like middle school and stuff. I mean, well, I guess I always had my own music taste because when I was like, I liked Holler Back Road when I was a kid by
That's a
Gwen,
good song.
Goodies by Sierra. I was like 5 years old, like getting down to that.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that was my jam.
It was
Like
like
I can't
I
even
had a
lie.
big TV like
Like
twice this size and like watching like Usher music videos.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was seeing that
Oh
music
my
video like
God.
HD. Like I would feel like I was this close to the screen watching Usher dance. So it's like all of those like 2000s, like Britney Spears. I listened to her. I mean, whatever was on like the TV and on the radio, I was listening to it. So Pocket Full of Sunshine. Like
Yeah.
I grew up in like that era.
Good
Like
songs.
Kids Bop. Like I remember like Kids Bop 2 or 3 or 4 was like the first like real commercialized software. I don't remember the first one,
Hmm.
but I do remember like the like really young ones. I got a virus on my computer trying to watch some video on the Kids Bop website one time because computers back then.
Anything can
You,
happen.
I mean, getting a virus is like there was like a thing
Man,
where they
I
would
used to
be
get in
like
so much trouble.
lock your computers up because there's worms coming. Like, do you remember that? Like, people were trying to act like that
Oh
didn't
my
happen, but
God.
that was like a real thing. I remember my mom being like, "No, you gotta put your computer in the bag, zipped up, the top of the
In the
closet."
bag. How
Yeah,
small was your
cause
what type of bag?
just a regular computer case. Like I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know, but they were like the worms are coming. Make sure you lock up your computer.
Mm. Those
Literally.
Trojan horses.
I don't know what that was about. Like
People were so, Y2K. It was so crazy
that
back
is
then.
so crazy. Like
It
I
was
was like
so
I just
crazy.
cannot imagine. And so yeah, I mean just all of the I was influenced by pop culture. My mom listened to a lot of Outkast, Fantasia, Beyonce. She went to almost every Beyonce concert up until like a few like because she tried Renaissance. Maybe she didn't go to Lemonade, but she went to every one but Lemonade.
She went
Like
to the Renaissance one?
no, she didn't go to Renaissance.
I'm about to say the one where they did the challenge,
Oh,
the
I was
silent
there.
challenge. You was there?
Yeah,
Did
I
we
was
do
there on
good?
opening night
Did
in
we do
Atlanta.
good?
I think they said we had the best one.
But yeah, that's what she said. But they be big up in Atlanta. We don't even do nothing. They just love us. They gonna
I
say
didn't know what
they
was
gonna say
going
we the
on. I was
best.
probably the one person screaming when that happened.
You was lit when you went.
I was actually with my coworkers.
Oh
We
wow, so I would have
won,
been lit
well,
with my
not
coworkers.
one. One of the parents I teach sometimes.
Hmm.
They bought us all tickets to go see
No, that's really dope.
um
Beyonce's dope. And
the
so we're
show.
talking about Origin in the chat, and he's talking about what I assume is Bebe. And so, yes, apparently it's an artist. I feel like her music is popular because the industry props her up, but at the same time, I like it. And so, a lot of people, they talk about industry plants. Have you heard that term before?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so I feel like when you hear the word industry plant and say Jack Harlow, for example, a lot of people call Jack Harlow an industry plant. Do you feel like he is one, or what do you feel like constitutes an industry
I
plant?
love Jack Harlow's music.
Yeah.
That first album, that was my shit. The
Hmm.
second album, I like that too. Um, I don't know if he's an industry player. I don't know. They said he just moved to Atlanta
Hmm.
and just started like working that shit. And I
Yeah.
feel like I mean, I feel like that's possible. Like, honestly, with all the connections here in Atlanta, he's a nice looking white guy. Somebody probably heard him rapping. They was like, I know Future. You should come to the studio. And then, bam, he's in the studio making a song with Future.
Yeah.
All these other people like co-signing him and stuff. Because he got like a feature like Lil Wayne and stuff before he
Yeah.
even dropped that album. So it's like,
That man's on Lil Dicky's show.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean the way that he's being pushed out now that might be something else, but the way got found and started, like I don't know. I mean, when I tell you Atlanta is really like that, like you can really like I was in the club the other day, Kodak Black was there, all of the baddies casting people was there, Caribou was there, like
Mm.
the whole club was jumping. It was so random, like
Yeah.
it was like a Thursday, like it was so random. They was
Yeah,
just
I
all
got the
there.
money for it.
You know what I mean? Like they're just all there
What's it
just
Thursday?
vibing.
Yeah, we
And
don't got work
so
tomorrow.
it's like
Shit.
you never know like who you can really meet and who can really
Right.
put you in that situation. And you good. So like especially if you work in the rooms and stuff like that, then I mean who knows? But yeah. I don't know.
And so talking about like just going out on a random Thursday and meeting Kodak Black and Caribou and the team. And so what advice would you give to, up and coming artists right now when it comes to the scene in Atlanta or even in their own city?
Just be tenacious. Just go out there, post your shit one on your Instagram so when they go to it they see it or when they follow you, you posting it every day, they can't help but see it. And then also maybe like when you go out, just be cool, like just vibe and just be like, yep, I'm an artist, I do this. They tell you to freestyle, freestyle. They tell you to rap, rap, Or either they be like, play your song and play it. Like, don't be like, oh no, like, no, don't find an excuse, just do it. Because you never know, like, who's listening or who's gonna fuck with it or stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's some people that be coming up to me, they like, I just wanna dance, which is like the first bar of my song. And I'm like, okay, well, you at least listen to the first 20 seconds, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
stuck in your head.
Right.
So that's a good thing to me. And it'd be like people that I don't even talk to like that. They'll be like, yeah, I just listened to your song today or stuff like that. And so that's inspiring one. And then also just, lets me know that what I'm doing is working, like just being genuine. And even posting my videos, like I have like videos, like TikToks and stuff I do of like me and my friends or people, we just dancing and just post it and put my song on it. And people love it. Like they absolutely love it. People tell me all the time, I love your videos. You're doing great. Don't stop. And so that's awesome.
I feel like that fan interaction is always great. And when somebody comes up to you and they're singing your song, it's even better. We got Yummy in the chat. What's up, guys? And so before I get asked the next question, if you guys are just now coming in, I'm sitting here with Rakaya. You can find her on any music platform that you listen to music on by searching up Rakaya, which you can see in the title of the stream, no matter where you're watching it, hopefully. But she's got some amazing songs out right now, a couple of singles for you guys to check out. Let's jump into what I believe is the most recent single, which features Tay, Make Sounds, and that's going to be from the Six. Is that right? Is that your most recent one?
Um, yeah, so on I don't remember exactly which day. I know we dropped out on 111, but like 2 days before that, so I guess you could say the ninth, I dropped S2B. So that came out that Friday, and then from the 6th came out that Sunday. And so I wouldn't say it's really me, Rakaya. It's like my other alter ego named Ray. And Ray is a rapper, and we about that life. We from the six, like, and yeah, we smoking big blunts, and they hit. Like
And they hit.
that's pretty much like the whole. That's like the whole song and stuff. And Tay too, like she has her own like music where she makes like Tay makes sounds, but like this Tay is like the rapper Tay, like like we really cool. We from the six and we vibing, we smoking, we chilling, we kicking it, like we just the coolest, if that makes sense. Like,
No, it
and
definitely
so
makes
we'll be
sense.
filming the video for that soon. It's gonna be really dope, and yeah, it's just like basically representing where we from, and yeah, and we got a lot of other stuff that's coming out too. So definitely look forward to that. We have a bunch of like rap bangers in the vault, honestly.
Mm.
We just never thought to put them out.
How long have you guys had them? Are they, like you just recorded them, or you've had these for a while?
We made from the six like last Christmas.
Mm.
Not 2024.
But the one before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2023.
2023
Yeah.
Christmas. Wow, wow, wow. No, I mean it's always good to have songs in the vault, especially when, you can release them and then they get such a good reception as if they just dropped, for these people. Well, it did. For these, it's brand new for them. I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't, use is like, man, your old content is new for somebody if it's their first time seeing it. So you gotta always repost it. You've always got a full story you can post every day. You just kind of don't want to. You don't
Right.
want to reuse that content. But who cares if a person sees it 32 times? They're clicking on your story. About the fourth time they click on it, and it's the same thing. If they click on it again, they want to be there. So just keep feeding it to them, and I feel like that's gonna get them further into, or you further into their mind, and that's gonna allow your brand to flourish more in the minds of people they're around. And so, when it comes to being an artist, what's some of the challenges you face when it comes to like marketing music, or do you even think about that, or do you just drop it and just do you?
Um, just staying on it, honestly, like just posting. I mean, and it's not even like a big deal for me. I mean, I have like a content creation group. It's called the Network ATO. And so
Bless
I
you.
knew I was gonna sneeze. I just felt like if I said something, it would have been like that irritating thing where like you needed to sneeze,
It
but
didn't
you
happen.
didn't. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So and so it's called the Network ATL, and basically we get together in Atlanta. You can follow us on Instagram. It's like the.network ATL, and basically like we do content creation. So sometimes it's like 50 people there, and like I just have them like dancing in the video or stuff like that. And so like to my song, and that's how like that's my video that I'm posting to promote my song. So they make it easy for me to do stuff like that. I'm in a couple of different groups like that to where making content isn't like a big thing, or I'm doing it by myself. Like there's other people there that can either film me or help me or this, that, and the third. So that does make that a lot easier to where I don't even really have to think about it sometimes. Somebody would be like, well, we should do this to your song. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then, that's how that works. So that's something that's been easier for me. I just got to keep posting the videos. Like, I have so many videos on my phone that I have not posted. That's promo for my song Dance. I mean, from the Six, even S2B. Like, I have a bunch of stuff that I just got to put out there. But I have other responsibilities I have to take care of as well. So.
Yeah, it's all a juggling act. We're not, some of us are not artists first, we have so many other things, so many other responsibilities. But it's always good to hop in that artist bag. So, doubling back to fan interaction, what is one of the most memorable moments of fan interaction that you've ever had?
I mean, there's just been so many. Like, I mean, like, there's literally just so many. One of my friends, she sent me a video of her husband, and he was dancing. He was in the kitchen, and he like slid out the kitchen. He was just like, I just want to dance. And like his bonnet and his boxers. I was like, girl, y'all are just so
Having
funny.
too
Like
much fun, right?
literally, and that was
Yeah.
probably like a few days after I dropped it. And they had heard it before I dropped it, but it was just so funny like to see their reaction. It's like it was like every time I seen them, they were just like, I just want to dance. And then I mean, it's a lot of people that do that. Honestly, it's so funny. Like even one of my homeboys I do TikToks with and stuff and skits and stuff. He was going to like put audio on one of his TikToks the other day. And my song came up, and I was like, "Yo, that's exactly how that works. Like you
Yeah.
just go ahead and use it, and then bam. So yeah, I mean the fan stuff has been cool. Definitely a lot of support that I've been getting from people like all over the place, and they just we're ready for more. Like I was like, too.
Yeah, you got to keep it coming. You said you got it in the vault, though. You're capable. You got
Yeah,
it.
some stuff out there. Yeah,
You got some
definitely.
solo work in the vault, too?
Of course.
Yeah,
Got a bunch of stuff
for sure, for sure.
that I haven't posted. I mean, the whole SoundCloud, people don't even know that that's on there. I think the song that has the most on there is probably like 150, and that's Honeybee, maybe like
Mhm.
140 something. But that's because I just performed it so much. Like, I literally performed the mess out of that song. Like, Because just at the time, that's just what I was doing. And then I just kind of like, I stopped performing as much and I started reading tarot cards and like stuff like that. So yeah.
Tarot cards. Do you ever feel like that, like, intertwines with your creative process at all? Do you ever feel like you read a tarot before you make a song or something?
No,
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Would that be like against the rules? Are there rules?
Um, I mean, like, some precautions you have to take,
Yeah.
but rules, I mean, nothing's real. I mean, rules are not real either. They're
Right.
just something that somebody else made up
Mm.
because something didn't work for them or were convenient.
And so you got all those songs in the vault, and you and Tay are making amazing music together. I actually saw a flyer floating around for a joint performance that you guys did. Was that already done? Yeah. And so you're saying the video that you're going to shoot is separate from that.
Right.
Right, right. No, that's cool. Have you ever shot well, you have. I think I saw it. You shot a video at a party that was for a dance. Is that right?
That was not at a party. That was like just the music video shoot.
Oh, okay. You guys were just like in a venue, like dancing around.
Mhm. Yeah, like that was like
That's a
that.
party to
Yeah.
me. Did you guys have food?
I got some pizza because it was like work. Like it
Yeah.
was it was literally like that was the shoot. Like I was
Mm.
like basically like the theme for the video was a glow in the dark like raves party and I wanted lights and stuff. So I went and got the lights and the decorations and just put some decorations out. We had like some neon tape and I used that to like decorate some stuff. I got a lot of inspo from last Friday night, that music video by Katy Perry, Frick Park Market by Mac Miller, Sugar and Honey, is that what it's called? That one song, that music video is really nice. And
Mm.
there's this one song by the Black Eyed Peas. This Black Eyed Peas. I want to say it's I Got a Feeling, but it's like a club edit mix or something. That music video is crazy.
Right.
So I pulled some inspo from there, and I like just sent that to everybody that was coming to the party. And I was like, this is what the video is gonna look like. So I had somebody do body paint. One of my friends was Sean. Shout out to him. He's an amazing photographer, the artist photographer. I'm actually going to his event when I leave here to go get some pictures for my birthday party. But yeah, that was all cool. I mean, it was just we got there, we did some scenes, and we were just like really just listening to my song on repeat all night. And then I started like playing like some regular music, and we partied like a little bit more. I got like a big old bottle of tequila. It was great. So I mean, yeah, I guess it was kind of a party, but we were legitimately like filming for the song specifically. Like we kind of had some stuff planned out and scenes that we wanted to grab. So yeah.
No, that's dope. And so you guys haven't started filming the new music video for From the Six yet, is that right?
No, we haven't filmed that yet. We're just trying to work out some of the logistics on the
Hmm.
special effects that we want to use for that to, make sure everything goes accordingly and we don't have to keep redoing it and stuff like that. So we've already got a videographer and all of that planned out. And we essentially know what we're gonna do. It's just executing it and picking our location. Hmm.
Yeah, so we're excited for it. So that's what's next is that music video and maybe Honeybee coming to major platforms, maybe? Is that possible?
I don't know. I mean, I will have to talk to like So I did all of that for free. When I was
Hmm.
reading tarot, I met this guy at an open mic. He's super cool. His name's Astro. He's really dope. I mean, he's done some really cool stuff in the city. Um, and he's worked with a lot of really dope artists as well. And a lot of them got a lot of traction, but it's just, I would just honestly have to talk to him about, just the logistics of doing that because he did produce it and
Hmm.
he also made the beat, which was so sick. It was like the first beat he played for me. I was like, oh, this is perfect. And it just went off. And so that was really, really good. Really good stuff that we did. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
We hope so.
But it is on SoundCloud.
It is on SoundCloud right now for you guys to go look it up. In the chat, you can also find that um, link to her SoundCloud. We'll get it posted for you guys. We'll also put it in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube, not live. If you guys are just now tuning in, we're around at about 10 p.m. here. We're wrapping it up with Rakaya. She has music out everywhere. You guys can go stream it right now. She's got music videos on YouTube. She's got songs on SoundCloud. She's got songs on Spotify. She's got special things on SoundCloud that you can go check out. So definitely listen to the music. Not only amazing vocalist over EDM, a pop star, okay, a great performer as well. You guys can head over to our Discord, and we've got the link there in the general chat. So amazing. Thanks for coming through and vibing out with us, answering. I know I had so many questions.
Yeah.
I know, but I was curious.
I was just gonna say I was just looking. It's been like 4 years since I dropped Honeybee, so that was a long time
Wow.
ago. Yeah.
I mean, I think the producer might do some resurgence. Let's drop it again on all major
Yeah,
platforms.
that's really cool. I like I drew the album cover myself. It's like a portrait of me. It's really dope. Yeah, I have a honeybee tattoo. Yeah.
Where's that?
It's behind my ear.
Did that hurt?
I didn't even feel it.
What?
I was like, oh, you know. But yeah, I probably should get it done in black because it's in red ink, so it's kind of hard to see, but you can see it. But I wasn't gonna get it on my face, so that's why it was in red. But everybody told me not to do that, and I was like, okay.
And then you did it.
No, I didn't. It's on
okay.
It's behind my ear.
Oh, it was on the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you want to get it on your face?
Yeah.
You gotta have like $62 million to get a face tat.
That's not true.
Yeah, you should probably have about $62 million before you get a face tat.
I don't know.
13 million. Something reasonable. To where you don't have to work anymore.
I mean, I can just put makeup on it. It's not
okay.
a
See, it's so easy to be a girl, yo. You can't put makeup on as a guy. People are like, hey, bro, what the fuck is under there, bro?
You can definitely still put makeup on. Like, nobody's gonna know. That's the whole point of wearing makeup. People are not supposed to know you have it on.
You think I can get face tats and put makeup on? People wouldn't know?
Yeah.
Damn, that's that Rihanna shit, huh? That's that Fenty.
Yeah, her foundation could definitely do it, but they make foundation that's specifically like for makeup covering, like for
for covering shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like for your legs and
Blending
stuff.
in.
Yeah. You ain't never seen the videos where people get like transformed? They be having like on, like they like somebody with like a bunch of like face tats.
I be thinking they got them removed for real.
No, they treat their body with makeup.
I'm so gullible. I be like, yo, they did a good job. But then I see other people with tattoo moving and it look like shit. I'm like, yo, how did they do so good? But then some people look like reptile skin after they get their shit removed.
Thick makeup.
Yeah, wow.
It's just you just gotta find you some good makeup.
Chad says it's much easier to just not get them. Hey, Chad, well, that's the side I'm on, That's the side I'm on. But
it's not that hard. I was on set one time at the CBS show when I was doing some acting. And they covered up my tattoos with no problem. She was like, oh yeah, let me just cover that up real quick. Boom, 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 bam.
Boom, boom, bam.
Like, it was not a big deal. And she was apologizing because she didn't have like the right stuff. She was like, because I have a tattoo on my thigh, it's pretty big. And you can see it just like a little bit of it. And she was like, you'll be okay though, because nobody was like zooming up on your thigh. But she was like, yeah, I definitely missed the ball on having the right foundation. I'm sorry, because it wasn't my color. So yeah, it wasn't like that though. She was black, everybody was there. There was no racism happening. But yeah, it was great.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Hopefully one day, you're back on set doing more stuff like that, and hopefully one day you're back on stage performing more and dropping more music. Is there anything else you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Not really. I mean, just shout out myself, shout out my networking group, the Network ATL. Definitely follow me on Instagram to like stay up to what I do. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm also gonna be starting another channel too. It's gonna be called the AOS channel, so just stay tuned for that. It's gonna cover everything, so just be ready.
Can you say and spell your Instagram for the people that are asking in the chat?
Okay, so what you can type in is call me Ray. Call me, call space, me space, Ray space, RAE is how you spell that. And then I'll pop up, it'll be Rakaya Array, which is going to be RAKAIYA.ARAE. So yeah, it's like a purple picture of me. I'm like shining, but I'm like in pink light. It's cute. You can't miss it. And then the bio it says pop star, and it says something else. I can't remember what it says next. I know it says bartender, and I think maybe says model after pop star. So pop star, model, bartender, Pisces, because I'm a Pisces. My birthday is March 8th, and if you're in Atlanta, follow me so you can pull up to the party because it's gonna be a vibe. We're gonna be packed out, playing all types of crazy stuff you never heard before.
Release music at the party.
Maybe.
Ooh, we lit. We got the triple threat pop star of the year. Make sure you guys tap in with her
So
Instagram.
all of
Call me
my
Ray.
music is on. I have a link for distro. You just click the link and all of my songs are boom, boom, boom. Now SoundCloud isn't on there, but I can do that. I don't believe in things like Linktree because you just gotta keep up. You
Yeah, we
gotta
don't
keep up,
believe in
babe.
Linktree.
There's a link in my Instagram bio that's got 5 different links on it already. Really sick.
We got our own link. We got Linktree at home.
Alright, like I'm gonna make my own link tree and you can look forward to being a part of that.
For Kaya Tree. It's
Yeah.
coming soon.
Tap in.